everybody and welcome back to Theme Park Hosting and Parc Asterix, as today we've decided to take a visit back to France and this beautiful park. Last year we came here and said we were unlikely to come back for, I don't know, another 10 or 15 years, but a year later we are back over here. Stayed in the hotel yesterday, it was amazing, we loved the hotel to bits, and actually for staying in the hotel we're also here half an hour early. But with me today we've got Adam, my mum and my dad, so I'm excited for your day over here at Parc Asterix.
Oh, honestly, it's so great to be back here. Last time we were here, it was the official opening day of Toutatis and the festival of Toutatis, but it's been about a year and a half, so it's good to be back. Of course, got Astérix, and yeah, getting back on Toutatis is going to be amazing again.
And of course, there is no better area to spend our 30 minutes at the start of a day than the festival of Toutatis, and in particular, not that ride up there, but that ride over there. Yeah, first up, we have got Toutatis. Well, I'll tell you what, the early hours over here at the park make a huge difference towards your day. Just completed Toutatis and wow, that was amazing.
It's so good.
Not only did you have a walk on queue for that attraction, but the ride was brilliant, the theme once again was so immersive, and all round it was absolutely incredible. Being able to walk around here and, well, not wait 2 hours for each ride makes the hotel alone worth it. Tour of the hotel was amazing, there was awesome stay, we got free breakfast and park tickets as well, but these early hours make a huge difference. Next up though, we are making our way onto Osiris. Look at this, I mean, wow. Literally walk on queues, look at this, and we've got back row too.
It's gonna be.
And as you can probably see by the crowds running in right now, it is now made it over towards 10 o'clock. But wow, what a morning has that been. Being able to do 2 giant rides that later on is going to get some pretty crazy queues. But literally everyone is just charging down here, so we're going to look at the pace a little bit, but look at this, it's crazy how much we've gained in that last half an hour. Now you may be saying right now, Tom, why are you going to Pegasus just as the park opens and not to Nez Zeus? And the reason for that is that what's got Nez Zeus is a much better ride. This one here gets a lot longer queues due to its operations, and so by the end of here right now, we get it out of the way, and then after this, we can do another one. Well, I'll tell you what, it is definitely worth looking at the queue times before you go, because rides like that, you wouldn't expect to have a long queue, but literally as soon as you got in there and walked to the top, I probably showed you the clip a bit earlier, if not I'll show you now, it just went insane.
Yeah, it did, it was...
It's already like an hour or something, I imagine. It's like crazy. I mean, we're rolling into right now, I still don't think it's opened yet, but I mean, that was insane. Really, really crazy that was. The only thing you can't help though is when rides are closed or broken down. Like the Nez Zeus ride we're just going to head on, yeah, literally closed. Hopefully it'll open up soon. Apparently got pretty good operations here.
Yeah, they're really fast, so they're really efficient getting rides up, and if it has a long queue, they're really efficient getting the trains up as well.
Yeah, and the thing is, sometimes it is worth waiting. If you're in the queue, definitely wait, because sometimes it can just be a little technical fault. But if you are like us, who literally are just trying to get around as quick as we can, if you go to another ride, head back to it later on, and hopefully if you're very lucky, you can get back there just as it opens. So stay in the area, but you do rides like this. I mean, not a brilliant attraction, but looking at it, it doesn't just open too, so...
It looks visually impressive. This is like a very, very impressive ride.
Very impressive ride, and of course it's the only ride I think in the only roller coaster have a butterfly loop, pretty sure?
I think there's a few. I think
oh, is there?
2, no, there may be 3 actually.
Oh, okay,
there's one in America.
Well, it's got a very unique element anyway. Next up, we're heading on to a ride I don't even know the name of.
Astérix.
You know normally where a park like your back, neck or head problems don't rise, with Astérix over there, if you haven't got those issues, still don't ride because you'll have an issue afterwards. That ride is so rough. I mean, you feel your necks clicking, it was just, oh. We got back row, yes.
Last time we got, I think, 3rd row or 4th row, so we didn't actually find it too bad last time. I actually quite enjoyed it, but the back row is one of the worst coasters in the world.
I don't have been such pain in the ride before than that ride there. It was absolutely...
Nice for you, though.
Very nice, yeah, as a pro, but yeah, if we got about, I wouldn't mind too much. It's a classic, it's a good ride, I'm really happy I've done it, but we won't be doing it again today, let's just say that at least. And you may not have saw this path earlier, and the reason for that was because it's closed, and actually now it's open. Well, the path's open, the ride's testing, so hopefully we'll be able to get on it. You know, I said earlier, you might get very lucky. Of course, a bit of planning towards it. We saw this path open, so we thought maybe we're getting ready to open it. So we're gonna make it over here, and of course, it's time to test. So hopefully, testing will go okay. Then we'll be able to head straight on here. We're probably around a 5 or 10 minute queue. Awesome. And in we go. Wow, look at the queue now. We literally just got on that ride. We were waiting for around, I don't know, 10 minutes, but must be around 100 minutes now, I'd say.
It's really long. I mean, we had to do that last time, it was around 60, 70 minutes. So
oh, okay, so
it wasn't too bad. I think operation is so fast, but that ride is amazing. It's rough,
really is, yeah.
It's so good.
I mean, it's such a good ride. Again, with wooden coasters, the roughness makes it. But honestly, I can't get over that queue. Literally, that's the thing. When rides are closed, maybe you do wait 15 minutes for it to open, but it says, as you say, 70 to 80 minute queue. And I can't really explain how long it is inside of there, but there's like loads of cattle pens, like and circular bits. It is actually really busy.
Yeah, it's quite busy, but it's definitely worth it for what it is.
Yeah, such a good ride, honestly. Okay, with just over around an hour and a half, we've managed to do pretty much all the big coasters over here at the park. So we've done them. No just waiting those long lines anymore than we have now. We're just going to relax a bit more now for Midday. Of course, we'll be heading around and doing some of our favourites, getting like Osiris, as well as what's the other one? Toutatis. And even that wooden coaster, that was brilliant. So I might do that one again. But we're going to find out like the rapids, the other coasters, we do a family race, and that's how we do the day. We rush out, maximise the morning at the start of the day, when it's normally a lot quieter. Middle of the day, we just enjoy the atmosphere of the park, because sometimes you can be standing in queues for so long, you don't even get to experience the park itself, watch the shows, meet the characters, and all stuff like that. So if you do manage to get those rides done early, and if you are fortunate enough, like we were to stay in a hotel the night before, getting on those rides, getting them out of the way, and then spend the middle of the day to relax a bit more, and then at the end of the day, we normally rush around a bit more. But with this park closing around 7 o'clock, which is quite early actually for parks over here in France, we might not be able to get our quieter rides in the evening, but we'll still end the bigger ones later on in the day. And the first thing we're going to do on our little explore around the park and enjoyment of it is to look around the shop, because one thing about this park, and most parks in general, is that when it gets towards the middle of the day, the shops are empty. Start, end are busy, but middle, empty. So have a look around right now, see if you want to find. You can talk about later on and get something, but trust me, we might be able to show you later on how busy it gets, but you will not be able to walk around these shops, whereas right now, we've got full access. We see every little thing from the models to magnets to even the little Cluedo games up there. Silver, well, comics as well, based around Astérix. I mean, it's pretty awesome, but to see it all, end of the day, you like something, you don't put it in the car yet, pick up in the day, because you know where it is, and it's a lot easier.
Also as well, they do actually do hotel service, which I think you can actually get delivered to the hotel.
Yeah, so if you stand at a hotel like we did last night, you can get delivered over,
and you can keep it in here.
Yeah, I did actually see someone get a bag coming out of it on. Yeah, so send to the hotel, it's even easier. I mean, how awesome is that? Yeah, but here's a look at all the comics. And of course, there's 35th anniversary merch. It's pretty cool.
Some of this.
It's really cool. Well, I'll tell you what, the merch here is absolutely amazing, but there's also character meet and greets just down there, and a whole lot more merch down here. One thing I do want to point out though, is that whilst all of this strip is full of shops, either side, some things in the shops are similar, or I mean identical even. So if you do miss out of a shop, it's not something completely unique. However, I think every single shop has got at least one item which you cannot get in the other one. So if you have time of the day, have a look round. But in the evening, if you want to rush through and choose one, they're all pretty amazing. But again, each have special little things that you can't get elsewhere. Like this is the comic for example. Wow, that is a queue for the Toutatis. Jeez, even on opening day it wasn't this busy. I mean, it's queuing all the way down here and then it'll make it towards the ride. Yeah, glad we did that one earlier on. And with the park being very, very busy, we thought, you know what, another great thing to do is watch a show. So, I don't know if you can film it or not, but we were looking at the queue times earlier and we worked out that everything we've done so far today, if we waited, it'd be around 6 hours now.
Yeah, I think 5 or 6 hours, it's quite a while.
So, that's what I mean, because in the morning and the middle of the day, you can enjoy all the shows. It was most definitely the right move, taking the middle of the day out a little bit, because it is still absolutely rammed here. Walking around, we're looking at the queue lines, it's just absolutely insane. But in the time that we've kind of been doing little bits and bobs, we've had a nice meal over in the Toutatis, had some chips and stuff. We're not that hungry, there's a huge breakfast this morning in the hotel, which was delicious. So if you watch our vlog, you'll be able to see that. On top of that, we also did a little boat ride. We watched the show, and that show was quite good. I mean, it was all in French, so we didn't really understand a lot of it. But it was a nice atmosphere.
It was nice steaming.
We got the back as well, so we got to sit back a little bit, relax, and that's what I like after shows, especially on a hot day like this. Going to a nice air-conditioned room, watching a show, and enjoying it like that. Yeah, it was really, really good fun. Right now, though, the plan is to walk around the park and look at the rides. I feel like I'm on a bigger one right now than we did earlier. Yeah. Because I feel like near the end of the day, obviously we aim to do the bigger ones again, but of course we can't go around and do all the big ones at the end of the day. So get one out of the way right now, get that second ride done on one of the big rides, and then continue round. But walking around it right now, the queues for like little rides are like an hour long, so if it's an hour long for a little ride, or an hour and a half for a bigger one, I mean, we do a bigger one. And that ride is going to be none other than Toutatis. You know that long queue we saw earlier, so we're waiting? Well, we're waiting it now. It's got 3 trains, so it shouldn't be too long. And ironically, the front row queue is a lot shorter than the other queues. I mean,
it would have been about 10 minutes.
And then from one ride to the next, we're now heading on a bit more of a tame one, but looks very fun too. What's the name, Adam?
Something.
Something, yeah, I don't know. We'll talk both from afterwards though, but it's good. Or maybe not. As once we do get in the queue, we realise the chances are, even though the ride does look awesome the way spinning arms, we probably will make it for a parade. We wanted to watch a parade. It's literally just about to start. We're standing next to you right next to it.
35-year one as well.
Yeah, so we thought, you know what, we might just have that ride. We might come back later on and do it. We don't know.
Yeah, it does look quite fun, and obviously I predict the view's going to be quite cool actually over.
Yeah, but the queue line's so important. Yeah. Wow, I did not realise that Parc Asterix had a parade, and I'm pretty sure that last time we came over here, the parade wasn't on. Of course, it's the 31st anniversary thing, but there was no parade beforehand, was there?
No, I don't
think so.
Yeah, I think it's the first they got parade. I've got to say, it's short, but it's very good.
Yeah, but it was very quiet actually. It's funny how quiet it was compared to like ones at Disney, for example. I mean, literally, we just walked up and trying to at a time, and then it was empty.
Yeah, not that we've watched Astérix, but it seems like they had a lot of famous characters in there.
Yeah.
That we see around the park today, and I don't know, it just seemed very quiet, which is a bit weird.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird, but it is what it is. I mean, it was a very good show. It was a nice break because all of the rides are going to have some really long queues today. So if you're over here and you want them to break up a day, watch the shows, watch the parades, yeah, really good fun. But I forgot to mention about, was it Osiris? No, it wasn't Osiris. What's it on? Toutatis. Yeah, how was that on front row?
Oh, it was so good. Honestly, I've got to say, front is so much better than any other row. Funny enough, we've only actually done row 1, 2 and 3 across our last 2 visits. I've got to say, obviously front is the best out of all of those, but the power of those launches is amazing, and the hold and brace really good fun. I personally love it. I know a lot of people don't, but oh, it's so good.
It was really, really good. Well, we have decided there's something to do. We're making our way through here. I'm not really sure what it is, so I'm going to kind of stay back a little bit. It might be also like a little cinema thing, I don't really know, but we'll have a little look. So from what we can see, it's kind of like a little museum for Astérix. Of course, you've got all the comics around here, so all the like kind of history behind it, and even around here, you've got a little version of a park, which of course we love, and I'm not sure if it's working or not, it doesn't seem very worky. But you've got a park and you've got all the rides there? Do you? No, not all the rides.
No, they don't have Toutatis.
Nah.
Most festivals have Toutatis. They've got one ride though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You get to go around here and look at all the history. One thing I do want to point out over here at Parc Asterix is that the queues did not cross in town. Stayed a bit later, we thought the school run might go away, but there's still blueberries over here, there's still pretty long queues, and after wandering around just a little bit, we decided to go into the Sky Ride, and some of the views you can get up here are absolutely incredible. I mean, look at all the rides that you can see down here, the people. Yeah, it's pretty awesome up here.
Yeah, it's so nice. I think it's looking over at the park. It's really good fun.
We always love these sort of smaller rides where maybe you're not going to be going upwards up a lift hill or some sort of crazy element, but you'll get to really appreciate the park for what it is, and normally it's got a shorter queue too, which we like. Did I forget to mention it's a water ride too? It's got slope bar water over there. Cool. As you can see right behind me right now, there's a bit of construction going on. In fact, Adam will take me right in a second, but I think there's a new spinning coaster coming over, which is absolutely awesome. It's coming over to an area of the park which, let's just say, is not incredibly well themed and definitely doesn't follow on from the other areas. So as you walk around here, you'll be able to see behind me actually right now, but there are some parts of this area, like this, which don't really fit in the theme of it all. So if you are visiting here, maybe best just to go in it, experience it for what you can, because it won't be long till that goes. And if you can see right above me, we've got Hoodrix. It's already giving me a headache just looking at it.
Honestly, that ride is so bad. Like today, it was definitely worse than previous. It's terrible.
It really, really was. However, you can probably also tell we're currently leaving the park as we're going around, we're looking at all the rides and everything, and then we thought, you know what, it's all such long queues, and we will get into a little bit right now about the queue lines over here, but we just thought, we're off to Disney now, we might as well go off and enjoy that hotel over there at Devon Pocket.
Yeah, definitely. But honestly, this park is so good.
It really, really is.
It's
I mean,
amazing.
there are very few flaws. The hotels are exceptional. Without a shadow of doubt. Nothing about.
There's no fault
The
about
park, we can see the direction they're heading in. There's still a few areas, like I pointed out a second ago, which and rides have already to be improved, but it takes a while to do that. We have a park over near us called Portsmouth Park, and they're doing the same sort of thing. They've started off obviously a cheaper budget, as they do. Park is more popular, as they deserve, and then it moves on from there. The only thing with being more popular though is it gets a lot more busy, and I feel like you've got the big rides, like of course when I was behind me right there to do, which is absolutely amazing. You've of course got the other ones as well, which you do want to do, but when they're like 90 minute, 100 minute queues, the second time's not so inviting.
Yeah,
then,
it's quite long easier.
Then you have the smaller rides, which are ones where kind of like you would do if it's like 5 or 10 minutes, but when they're like 30 minute queues. So we need this middle ground ride, which may get a 30 minute queue, but has a high through, maybe like a haunted house or an indoor dark ride, something like that.
They do actually have a haunted house there. Well, a haunted house, I mean, in terms of a Vekoma Madhouse, which obviously I'm thinking Legoland Windsor here, but they do actually have a Vekoma Madhouse here, but it's not. I think it's Mac Ride, so
yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So, fascinating opportunity, but honestly guys, come here now, you're gonna love it, but just be aware, at minimum, get here early, because the first bit of time, especially in the hotel, if you haven't already booked your hotel, seriously, when you price it all up with the tickets, the breakfast, anything like that, the hotels here become a lot more expensive.
Yeah, also as well, if you do want to do Pegasus Express in your day, I would definitely recommend heading there first. Like,
yeah.
Ignore Toutatis, ignore like Goodrix, ignore Toutatis, Irish, just go to Pegasus.
Because even if Toutatis gets a longer queue later on, you'd rather queue in that than queue up for the other one.
And usually it doesn't as well. Usually Pegasus Express is the longest queue on park, and it's a great family coaster, but like I'm sure many of you would probably rather ride Toutatis.
But seriously guys, you saw how we did the day. I hope you guys enjoyed looking at it, but it's quite a difficult park to work around. So if you're coming over here, I recommend watching loads of other videos, not just our videos, but other people's videos as well. See how they've done it, because if you're a day like today, it can be pretty difficult. If we didn't have those early hours, I think we would have struggled a little bit today with getting stuff done.
Even half an hour, like we got done by
we saw how much we got done. I mean, the vlog, probably 9% of the vlog is the start of the day. It's absolutely crazy. But all that said, great park, we really enjoyed having them.
Yeah, so good, second time amazing. I'm sure we'll be back next year.
For even more, yeah. So all that said, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye guys.